Hi guys, this is Pin Binning from DGN Driving School, and this is Sukhy here, who's just had his driving test. As you probably know, the new driving test came out this week, so Sukhy's going to just share his experience about what happened on the test, just so people know what happened on the new test. So Suk, he had his test at 8:10 this morning, so it was early morning. So he wanted a double lesson, didn't you, beforehand?
Yeah.
So picked him up at 6 o'clock. And went through most of the new stuff like following the satnav, the new manoeuvres, and we got to the test centre for about 8 o'clock. Yeah, there's no point getting there too early because the examiner's only going to come out at 8:10, and you don't want to be obstructing other people who are on their test beforehand. So we got there at 8 o'clock and went into the test centre, waited for the examiners. When the examiner comes out, makes you sign some paperwork, and then ask you if you want your instructor sitting at the back on the test. And did you want me on the test with you? No, he didn't want me on the test. And then the examiner asked if you want your instructor there for the debrief at the end. And you said yes for that, didn't you? So your instructor can just listen to the feedback at the end, which is a good thing. And then you walked out with the examiner. I think there was about another 6 people on the test as well.
Yeah.
That started at the same time. And when you walked out with the examiner, did he speak to you about anything?
Just asked me to check the number plates, and just a few general questions, and then straight to the tell me question.
Yeah. So on the walk, they do tell you about the test, how long it's going to be, and what to expect.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, they make you read the number plate.
That's correct.
Which is okay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then you sit in the car, and they ask you one tell me question. And then the show me question on the new test, they ask you on the move, whereas before in the old test, it was at the start as well. So what was the tell me question that the examiner asked you?
In regards to the head restraint and your eye level, the head restraint and it being on your eye.
Oh, okay. It was about tell me how you know the head restraint
that's
adjusted
correct,
correctly. Yeah. Okay. And obviously you answered that correctly. Yeah. And then the examiner asked you to start the car.
Yeah,
and move off when you're ready. Yeah.
Moved off when we were ready. And
Okay.
yeah, then throughout the drive, he asked me to clear the windscreen, which was part of the show me question.
Okay, so that second show me question he asked you while you were driving, yeah?
While I was driving,
and that was
correct.
to clear the windscreen,
Yeah.
to wash the windscreen.
Yeah, wash the windscreen, that's correct.
And you know when he asked you that, so you were on the move,
Yeah,
and were you following the satnav at that point?
that's correct, yeah.
You were?
It was during the independent driving.
Okay, following the satnav. And you know following the satnav, when did he start that?
It was as soon as you got into the car, he set up it was straight from the test centre. You had to leave from the test centre and you following the satnav from there.
Okay, so the satnav was put on from the start. And how long did following the satnav last?
Around 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, following the satnav stopped, yeah? Or did the examiner just say, I'm going to stop the satnav here now?
Yeah,
he's going to guide
he says, right, so from here we're going to stop the satnav, and if you can just follow my directions.
Okay. That's good. And then, you know the satnav, did he just switch it off or did he leave it on? What did he do with it?
He left it on the dashboard close when the journey completes, then it automatically stops talking near enough, and then he just left it there on the dashboard.
Okay, so he pressed the button to switch it off, but he left it still on the front dash. Okay. And then your manoeuvre, you had one of the new manoeuvres, didn't you? Yeah. So the manoeuvres have changed. Like in the old test, from the old test, they've taken out the left reverse, the corner reverse, and the turn in the road. So in the new test, you can get the parallel park, the reverse parking, which was on the old test. You can get the reverse bay park, which was still on the old test as well. But the new manoeuvres is parking forward into a bay, and the other one is parking on the opposite side of the road, reversing back a couple of car lengths and driving off. And was that the manoeuvre you got? Yeah, you told me earlier.
Yeah, parking on the other side of the road. That was the new manoeuvre.
So parking on the other side of the road, so you have to watch out for the oncoming cars, and when you move off as well, you've got to make sure that you check that left shoulder correctly.
That's correct, yeah.
So you know that manoeuvre, pulling up on the other side of the road?
Yeah.
What was the road like? Was it quite busy, quite quiet?
No, it's quite a side road that they made me do it on. Not much cars at all around.
Okay.
Despite it being an early test, there was a lot of cars on the main roads, but he took me on a side road where it was quite quiet.
Yeah, like I thought, like I said before to many of my learners, that manoeuvre, I think all the examiners will only be doing it on a quiet road, because on a busy road, that can get quite dangerous. So that pulling up on the right, I know a lot of people have been worried about that, but if it's on a quiet road, it's nothing really to worry about. So you pull up on the right, and he asked you to reverse back.
To be honest, you wouldn't even tell it's a manoeuvre. You literally told me to pull up on the side of the road, reverse back a couple car lengths, and that's it. He says, "This manoeuvre done," and then move off.
And that was the only manoeuvre you got, yeah?
That was the only thing.
So that's part one of your manoeuvres. Did you get the emergency stop at all?
No, not emergency stop.
Okay, so emergency stop, you could get that as an additional thing, but not everyone gets it. It is 1 in 3 people that go on tests do get it, yeah. But you'll definitely get one of these new manoeuvres, and the emergency stop is an additional thing that you can get. So after the manoeuvre, that's all the new stuff. You follow the satnav, you did the new manoeuvre, and then the examiner guided you, yeah.
Guided me back to test center.
Okay. And normally they ask you to pull up on the left a few times as well. How many times did they ask you to pull up on the left?
About 3 times throughout the test. Told me to pull up on the left.
Okay, right. So then you headed back towards the test centre.
Yep.
And when you came to the test centre, this Wolverhampton test centre's got a nice car park, and there you park forward into the bay, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Again, that doesn't count as one of the manoeuvres, but obviously it's good that you know how to do it, and you parked it really well forward anyway. Yeah, because I was watching you coming back there, and yeah. Then when I got back in for the feedback, what did the examiner give you?
The pass certificate.
There you go. He got his pass certificate, which is good. And then the minor faults, there was only 3 there, and the examiner talked us through those faults as well. Yeah. So I remember him saying one was for gears, so your gear change somewhere. One was for clearance, getting slightly close to a parked car. Yeah. And what was the final one?
And the third one.
If I look at this sheet, it'll be on there. So the 3 minors: clearance, gears. Oh, you're moving off. You said you stalled, remember?
Stalled.
Yeah, so
there's a fast recovery on the stall, so he marked it as a minor.
Yeah, so stalling, it's not always a serious fault. Most of the time, it won't be a serious fault if you react well. So it's about to move off, and you stalled, kept good control, restarted the car, double check your gear, and moved off, didn't you? Yeah?
Correct, yeah.
And overall, how did you find the examiner?
He was good. He was very jolly. Despite it being obviously the first test of the day, he was completely fine, to be honest. Very good examiner.
So on the way, was he talking to you about other stuff, or was it just about the
general
test?
Conversations about football, just general day-to-day conversations he was really having. Didn't make it feel awkward or anything at all, and just a smooth drive.
Yeah. See, a lot of people think the examiners are out there to fail you, but most of them that I've ever come across, they're really, really nice, I think, and they do generally talk. They're not out there to fail you. Obviously, if you do something wrong, you will pick up that serious fault and fail your test. But it's not always nice to blame the examiner. Here's proof the examiners are pretty good. So, thanks a lot for sharing your experience, and all the best on the roads, mate. Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for that, Ben.